that the world is a hard place. It keeps beating people down, and we will all screw up. Like so many times in life, we will screw up. Sometimes more publicly, sometimes more privately. We will. Don't be too hard on yourself.
Hard work is not that important. Hard work is a great excuse for our mind when the ego comes attacking, asking why you didn't make it. Hard work gives us the ammunition that I tried, I didn't sit on the couch, so I'm okay. In the capitalistic world that you are walking into, I don't know if there is a direct correlation between the amount of time you put into work and how well you do. Today, from my own learnings, I work much lesser, I'm happier, and I have the opportunity to be a lot more first principles about life and think of what I should be doing almost as much as the time I spend doing it. So that's one thing I've learned.
Yeah, so I've realized what I like and what I do not like. What I'm not good at is managing people, kind of like, driving a project. I don't have a single person who reports to me. Uh, I don't enjoy that, that the nature of kind of like reprimanding people and having a vision and driving them to do better. Any of those, like, I might be talking about the edge cases here. Uh, I much rather prefer to, spend my time just looking at the world, trying to figure out patterns in what might be happening, doing research, allocating money to different things. I think that's my proficiency, and it took me a long time to figure that out. But ever since I have, I've been more content and more happy, even though I'm doing the same thing. Luckily, I have Nitin, who's very good at vision and people, and all the really great things that he does. Not everybody has that, but I think you have to figure out that one path that you really enjoy. And when you do that, I think work feels like less work.
Legacy, I think, means nothing. I'll give you an example. There was this psychologist who did an experiment. He took a room and put 100 people in there, blindfolded them, and asked them to say how many people in the room believe they are smarter or more intelligent than 50% of the room. And something like 90% of the people in the room said they are smarter than most of the room. We are like that as humans. We all have a overinflated sense of who we truly are. It's uncanny how similar to all of us, each of us are. But we will always be like that. We've evolved like that. I think we all believe we are bigger than the individual or the mammal who comes, lives, dies, and is forgotten. If I were to take history as a teacher and look upon the greats of history who achieved so much in life and are not remembered today, I think it would be stupid for me to think that I have a legacy or I will be remembered. I'm here for a finite amount of time, and having a sense of my own mortality, knowing that I have X amount of time left. I'm 38 today, so I probably have 35 years left here. My onus in life has to be nice to people, live a good life, help people out, do the right thing while also really cherishing life in those 35 years, not worrying about what someone might think about me 200 years down the line. I feel like it's silly when people talk about living beyond their lives because nobody really does. Through my little work life, the 2 decades, the 21 years that I've been working, if I've been lucky in one thing, that I have been surrounded by really driven, grounded people I can trust with very strong moral values. You guys leaving school today, I don't know how to articulate this for you, but who you surround yourself with, whichever college you go to, I feel like that will have the most disproportionate impact on life compared to anything else you might have voluntarily chosen to do.
No, I think money is freedom. And when you spend money, you're taking away freedom.
How is that? Explain that. That's a very
Yeah.
interesting thought.
So money is most powerful when it's lying in an asset class earning you a return and you're not spending it. So if you were to equate, let's say, everybody has a trip in life, right? Let's say you're a politician, it could be importance. Let's say you're an actor, it could be fame. Let's say you're a businessman, it could be money. If you go down, if you peel one layer of the onion, we are not looking for actually what we are saying. We are looking for what sets us apart from our peer group. Right? Like humans historically have never been altruistic. We've always had an ego from the beginning of time. I'm sure when there were hunters at the very beginning, one hunter wanted to be the strongest one in his own community. And if there was a farmer, he wanted to be the biggest farmer in his own community. So behind all of these trips, it could be, some people have a moral trip, right? Like there are many people who do morally good because that makes them feel superior in front of their own eyes. If you were to take away what each one's thing is, you take away money, you take away this, whatever, I think we are all driven by that very inherent human emotion. And I don't think that will ever change. When I say it is good that people are moving on from Lambos to, kind of like contributing to community, or like kind of like being a more conscientious person in a way, that again is a trip. It's a model trip. But I would rather have more people like that in the world, and I think that would be better for the world than having a lot more people who are driven by the money, fame, power trip.
Yeah.
Like a very soft person and not someone who's going to get
I never get angry.
angry. Yeah.
I can't remember the last time.
How do you do that?
I feel like how I arrived at not getting angry is a lot weaker than it is for you. I grew up around confrontation, and I don't get angry because I want to avoid confrontation that comes with the anger.
But that's
So-
fair. I think that's a mature way to look at it.
Yeah, so I'm actually escaping confrontation, and you're likely very right that sometimes one has to be angry. But because I'm incapable of being angry, I'm somebody who's more, again, a weakness of mine, but passive aggressive. I would much rather ignore a person than confront the person, which would have led for me to need to have been angry.
I would say life is short. We don't realize it. Like it feels like yesterday I was 20 and today I'm 35, right? I know when I turn 45, 50 will be like that again. Don't be too hard on yourself, and don't let other people persuade you without you knowing for you to be too hard on yourself. I think, be you, relax, like, don't. Don't feel like you've not done well, you've not done this, you've not done that. The world is a hard place. It keeps beating people down, and we will all screw up. Like so many times in life, we will screw up. Sometimes more publicly, sometimes more privately. We will do stupid things. Forgive yourself and kind of like take each day as a new day.
Be you. What is cool and what is uncool in society is so evolving, so fast, and so quickly changing all the time, that if you were to model yourself on what you think is cool today or who you think is cool today and try to mimic that narrative, by the time you achieve that outcome, it will no longer be cool. So I think you need to find out more about who you are, why you are the way you are, versus thinking like some lucky idiot like me on screen, or like trying to mimic yourself on me. Find who you are and be the truest version of that.